Don here again from Direct Team, and I am here to help you out on step 2 of your process, which is setting up your payout method. I trust that you have already selected the plan that fits best to you, whether it's Direct Basic or Direct Premium. If you have selected Direct Lite, then this video isn't really required for you, but you can skip it and go to the next one. We have payout methods here from Direct. You can click payouts and payout method to get to here. We have these articles that can help you out, but I'll just go through the steps which can help you out to do the setup by yourself too. So first we start with add payout method. It will ask you to add your bank account. As I selected premium on the account, let me just close this out real quickly. Here, you can see I selected premium. It will require a bank account from me. And the most important step is this one, to select whether you are adding an individual bank account or an organizational bank account. This ensures that the payout verification runs smoothly, because if you added the wrong type and are adding information or documents that are for an organization, if you selected individual, there would be a lot of back and forth, and it may require you to add another payout method just to make sure that everything is running smoothly. So this step is not taken lightly. Identify what type of account you'll be using and add it in based on what that is. For this example, I'll show you first the requirements for an individual bank account. Let's continue. It will ask for bank owner's name. It needs to match the ID and the actual bank account name that is listed there. For this example, I'll just put in my name, which isn't actually connected to any bank account. By the way, the country there is listed as United States. It will only have the options that are applicable for Direct Premium. If your bank account is located on any other countries other than the ones that are on the list, you would not be eligible to add your bank account as a payout method for Direct Premium. You may need to switch to Direct Basic and add Stripe instead. Let's continue. The next step, of course, is to select your property. If you do not select any, this will be set as default, or since I already have a default added, this would not be selecting anything, meaning just an added payout, maybe as a backup later on to be assigned to any property that I'll be adding later, something like that. But for this example, I'll select this property and hit continue. Once I do, it will create the account for me and add in, and I can continue to verify my account or do this later. For this example, I'll do verify my account, so that you can see that it takes me directly to our processor, which is Adyen. Adyen is in charge of verifying your documentations in here and all other information that you provide. So what are the things that you will be required for an individual payout method? Of course, your personal information, including your date of birth, country of residence. We have, of course, your SSN, the last 4 digits is what we only require. We have the email address, your phone number, and this one you'd need to select whichever it is. For this example, since it's an individual, you can select my name. It will also require your address, and then just to view a summary of what you have added in here. Once you've completed that, oopsie, I'll just close this one to continue to the next step. Here. And then my next step should be, once I finish that, to add my payout details. My payout details can either be added through connecting to my mobile app, if it's part of the list of banks that is supported here. If it isn't part of the list, you can always also choose to upload a scanned information of your bank statement. If you're having trouble connecting to your bank account, it may always be faster to do the manual verification. Although it says it may take a few hours or days, it's better than to completely or repeatedly try the instant when it's failing to work. Once you've completed that, you'll be shown a summary of the information that you have added for verification. And once complete, you can save and continue to sign your service agreement. You'll just read through that until the end and sign your service agreement if you agree to it. And after that, this add button and sign should show in review and then verified once completed. And when they are, the information here, which says verification required, should also show as verified. We also have, of course, the organizational account, which will require different information. I'll just show you that here. And I'll choose it for the property again. Of course, you'll have to choose another property, and that's what it says here. I have to select the other property for this one, because you can only set one property to one payout method. And now I'll verify my account and continue to the steps. Here, these are the requirements for an organizational account. We have company details, of course, the company structure that you have, whatever type that is. Some others may require more documentation. If it's a private company, then not much. If you select like incorporated partnership, it will require the details of your partners too. Registration details, an EIN is required. If you do not have one yet, then it may delay your verification process, but it's something that is required for the actual payout method verification. We have the address and the summary, of course, again. After that, we have the decision makers. You have to have 3 roles added. We need 1 controlling person, the owners, and at least 1 signatory. Earlier, I mentioned if you have partners, you will need to add them in here as owners, for example. To add a decision maker, the first person is a controlling person, the signatory, and the owner, for example. You add a name. If there's another owner, then you will add another decision maker and just maybe put them as the owner. Something like that. Depending on their role, they will require more information. But all 3 roles are required to be added. If 1 person is controlling the owner and the signatory, you can just check them all and just add it in one go. No need to add another decision maker for the other or for the same person. Next is the payout details. Just like earlier, you will be asked to connect your bank account either through the app or through uploading your bank statement. For corporations, most of the time it's easier to upload a scanned bank document, but it's up to you. You can always try the instant. If it works, then that's best since it's fastest. If not, you can always upload the bank statement. And then, of course, the service agreement. And then, like earlier, this one is grayed out, unlike for individual, because it requires the signatory. So if you fail to include someone as a signatory person, you would still not be eligible to sign this, which means you have to add these steps in order for you to complete them. And again, they will go to in review. It may take a few hours or a few days, less than a day normally, to complete them if you have all the information added correctly and matching any documents that you present to add in. After that, your verification status should show pending once you've submitted everything and it shows in review, and it would show verified once everything is completed. Since I only have 2 properties here, the default would be nothing technically. Default is used for any other properties that are not selected. For example, if I have 5 properties on this account, this property is listed to this one, this property is listed to this one, and everything else will be listed to the default payout method. If this one is not verified, you will not be receiving your payouts, and we cannot transfer the funds over to the default payout method even if that one is already verified. So make sure you complete your setup for your verification in order for you to not have delays in your payouts. But you can receive payments even if your payout method is still on verification pending. You can start receiving your bookings as soon as you create your site, which is our next step. Before we go there, I'll just get you a quick information about connecting through Direct Basic. To add that up, you'll just do the same way, which is to add a payout method, and it will ask you to sign into your Stripe account. If you're already signed in, it will automatically collect it. If not, then you'll have to log into your Stripe account to actually make that connection. This option is not available for me because I'm using Direct Premium. If I would switch to Direct Basic, then I would see that particular option for me. Again, it depends on your setup. If you have any questions, let us know and message us at support@hospitable.com. We'll be happy to help. Thank you. Bye.